some point you realize that travel is much more than going somewhere. Discovery occurs in travel, of the self and the surrounding cultural backdrop. The thirst for discovery persists, even after the conclusion of the trip, and the longing for travel endures. Once you've made this realization, you come to understand that there is life before traveling, and then there's life after. This is the life after. If you haven't heard, there's an island just east of Spain that is known as the party destination of Europe. With pristine beaches that soak up the Mediterranean sun and clubs that open at midnight, Ibiza's reputation as a partygoer's paradise is certainly well-deserved. And I'm here with my brother Tim to see all that it has to offer. But first, it's time for a little sideshow.
Okay, so we made it to Barcelona airport, and we're going to try to make it down to the train stop. But one thing I wanted to note was this is like the quietest airport I've ever been in. No one is talking. You can hear like a pin drop.
I just wish the metro system in Barcelona was equally praiseworthy. Not to say the subways were in poor condition. It's just that navigating them simply proved a little more difficult than we had originally planned on.
Okay, so we missed our tour group, but that's fine because we're just going to do it ourselves. So first stop on the list is the Catedral de Barcelona. Stop number 1, let's go.
Completed around 1450, the cathedral is dedicated to Saint Eulalia, who, as legend has it, was rolled down the street in a barrel with knives stuck in it for refusing to recant her Christian faith. As we traversed the streets of Barcelona, we came to realize that most of the landmarks we wanted to visit were spread throughout the city. If we wanted to catch them all, we needed a quicker way to get around. Soon, we found a solution.
Okay, so I'm sure as you know, we missed our bike tour, but another great way to see the city is on these hop-on, hop-off buses, which is what we decided to do. I know it's a little cheesy, I know it's a little touristy, but we got one day in Barcelona, we got to see the whole thing.
As an occasional heckler of tourists who use similar methods in Los Angeles to get around, I felt somewhat hypocritical hopping on one of these things. But when you gotta see the landmarks of a city, it's a quick and inexpensive way to get to most of them. Oh, now I get it. We're in front of La Sagrada Familia. The church, I believe, is still under construction. And unfortunately, the architect, Gaudi, died in 1926. But as it stands right now, it's fairly impressive, and we're just going to continue to observe it from afar. Another one of Gaudi's projects, Park Güell, is located just up the road. So as is the nature of our mode of transportation, we hop back on the bus, which conveniently passes by on its tour of the city. Originally sanctioned as a housing development, the site was converted into a park after only Gaudi and the park's namesake, Josep Güell, took up residence there. It's clear that our day spent in Barcelona only scratched the surface of what this historic city has to offer. But for one day, I think we did all right. So yeah, Ibiza is known for its club and beach scene. But now we're headed to Dalt Villa, in Old Town Ibiza, to check out the more historic aspects of the city. A water taxi for €6 is a good way for us to get there, from where we're staying in Playa de Embosa. If you're in Ibiza and need a break from the fast-paced party lifestyle of the other parts of the island, a trip to this towering fortress during the day might be just what you're looking for. Pirates were a problem in Ibiza during the 16th through 18th centuries, and the island saw its fair share of raids. The high vantage point of the forts in Ibiza made it easier to spot pirate vessels from a greater distance. Although some of the paths to the top can be quite steep, trust me when I say, it's worth it for the view at the top. It's hard to tell if Old Town Ibiza is always so mellow, or if everyone's just having a siesta. Either way, I think it's time for another side trip. So what do you do in Paris at midnight, 12 hours before your next flight? Do I even have to answer that? Okay, let's get one thing out of the way. This side trip will not do Paris justice.
That's crack.
We had 12 hours in the city, 3 of which we spent sleeping, 2 of which we spent departing from and arriving at the airport, and another 3 we spent waiting around at the airport itself. With those 4 remaining hours, my only goal was to see the Eiffel Tower. Now, can you really tell me that for your first time in Paris, you wouldn't try doing the same thing? Okay, so it's midnight, but I had to come see the Eiffel Tower because, hey, you only live once, and I'm in Paris. Did I mention we only had 30 minutes before they turned off the lights? I know there's thousands of other things left to do in Paris, but getting to see one of the country's most distinctive features in such a limited time is something I am most proud of on this entire trip.
Okay, so probably the best thing that Ibiza is known for is its club scene. And tonight we're going to see DJ Tiesto at Club Privilege, the largest nightclub in the world.
Privilege holds the Guinness World Record as the largest nightclub in the world, with a capacity of 10,000 people. And tonight, we're in store for the quintessential Ibiza nightlife experience. It's the closing party of the summer season, and we're here to see none other than DJ Tiesto himself wrap things up. A quick stop to wish Tiesto good luck, and then it's off to the main floor to watch the man do his thing. To say that Privilege knows how to throw a party would be an understatement. They had everything you could possibly think of, and then some. Smoke, confetti, crowd surf, dancers, inflatable pool toys. On top of that, most clubs in Ibiza don't close until 6 in the morning. It was only a few years ago that the government passed legislation mandating that the clubs close at this time. Before that, you could literally find a place to party in Ibiza 24/7. I had been asking myself, why Ibiza? What makes this place unique? After one night of partying, I had found my answer. It may seem obvious, but this type of dedication to the party lifestyle can only be found here. I can't think of another place that goes through such elaborate steps to have the biggest, and dare I say it, best clubs in the world. They are the reason you should come to Ibiza. And if I ever get the chance, they are the reason that I'll come back.